I'm now going to give you the spring and summer forecasts. It has changed from the preliminary forecast. Just slight review first. The winter was February was above. I think February was above average, 4 degrees above average. Most of the all the snow occurred in the beginning of February. There were occasional trace amounts, though. January was below average temperatures, above average precipitation, and December was below average precipitation and below average temperatures, though. The winter was the worst since 2002 to 2003. The bulk of the season being in 2003, however. So, the spring forecast originally called, and summer originally called for an average spring and a dry and warm and mild summer. That's changed slightly. The spring will be around average a bit, give or take. There will be some variability. The summer, there will be the risk of a drought. However, severe weather, as I predicted, would not be dry thunderstorms. There will be some wet thunderstorms when severe weather comes. So here's a more in-depth look. Spring, there'll be some showers and an occasional thunderstorm, especially in the next couple of weeks, as I just told you guys about in my previous video. Then, but we'll see typical conditions like this: temperatures warming up, rain, temperatures dropping down. As we get closer to summer, the risk of thunderstorms will increase. A couple of years ago, 2 years ago, a little less than 2 years ago, there was a big thunderstorm almost every day, like 5 or 6 out of 7 or 8 days. Nearly pretty much every day where was a big thunderstorm, which is pretty rare. And 1 or 2 of those were actually strong. I remember that during my June exams in 10th grade. Anyhow, the early summer could see more in the way of wet thunderstorms. The thunderstorms will become drier. We may have a couple of record-tying heat waves. I wouldn't say record-breaking. We could break a couple of records, of course, but I would say that the summer will be more closer to average than the last few summers have been. There will be more wet severe thunderstorm events. There will be a couple of dry thunderstorms. 2 tropical systems will also threaten. Overall, there will be a lot of sun. Temperatures will warm up every day. The cold front with severe weather will bring the temperatures down for only a period of maybe, say, 24 hours at the most. 16 is more likely. Anyhow, there will be the risk of drought level 0, 1, or even 2 for a drought in some areas. The summer will be pretty dry, despite the increased forecast for precipitation. So overall, the spring and summer will be pretty close to average, although summer will be mild and dry. Spring will be about average. It's pretty hard to tell where I can put the temperature and precipitation models, or I can put the temperature and precipitation slot markers compared to average. That's it for now. I'll have a final forecast for you next Wednesday. That will be the only forecast from here on in I'll give you. Maybe one more on the 20th to keep you updated. But the 25th will be my last forecast. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the next few weeks.